Oh, I need a pillow. I'm a bit baffled. If anyone's seen a lot of my videos, everyone knows I like hearts, but I have a crystal heart of my nana's, but I've just come across this behind a picture of my nana. I've just spotted it now as I was coming into the room, and I'm baffled because I don't know where it's from. It's plastic, and I'm trying to think if it was on something, but I've never seen it before. I don't know where it's from. Hi! Oh, don't worry. I'm just wondering where this has come from. I've never seen it before. I've got a crystal heart just a bit bigger than this, but I don't know where this is from. Hi! So that's weird. Weirdness. I'll just wait for a few more people to come on. Hearts. Hi, JP. Gavin Giant, Sean White, JP. I'm going to talk about creativity. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to come out, but there you go. That just show up. What? I thought you said you'd just thrown up. I don't know where this has come from. I'm trying to... I have... Look. I have a lot of hearts in the house. I'll show you what I mean. So I have a lamp with a heart on it. I have a heart over there. I have a heart hanging up here. A candle thingy thing here. Where are my other hearts? Oh, this big one here, which I fixed these lights in, and it does that. Not brilliant, like, but no, I'm trying to think where it. Yeah, not falling off the wall. No, that picture that fell off the wall a few weeks ago, and I was talking about my nana, didn't have a heart on it. I've never seen it before. I'm trying to. I've just have a lot of hearty things around the house anyway. I don't know where it's from. Hi. No, but it was behind the picture of my nana. Oh, I know what it's off. I know what it's off. Oh, I need to go and check this now. That's really bugged me. I've got a feeling. I talked about that picture. I've just realised what it's off. Oh, yeah, sorry, it's dark. See this box? I've just realised it's off this box. I'll show you off this box that I got off a friend. I couldn't think what it was off. Anyway, and then I've got hearts up here, hearts here, heart mirror. I just got hearts everywhere. Yeah, I was trying to think, God, where's that come from? It's obviously fell off. My mum or my son has picked it up and put it on the side. I just didn't realise where it was from. Anyway, not that that's what I'm talking about, but there you go. It was just bugging me. Yeah, so let me get my papers together. Yeah, I was going to talk about creativity because I do think, I've just got all my stuff out to show you. Is this channel about art? Yeah, not really. I talk about a lot of things. It's just about creativity. I'm going to show you some stuff I've done, but also why I think it's good for your mind and your soul to get creating, especially if you're feeling a bit down. I'm only bringing this to you because if you follow my channel, And the things I've been, good jumping bunny, that's good. The things I've been talking about lately, heart's a theme, birthday month, October. You need to like bring yourself up a bit because you can get a bit depressed with it. So you've got to do the things you love as well, or maybe find something to do as well to keep your mind off certain things, not to keep your mind from it, because we've always got to keep, vigilant or whatever. And half of the stuff is talking about this stuff. Hi, but you've also, yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, I need to check his channel actually. I don't know if I saw it the other day on Red Pill Phil, but I'm not going to talk about stuff like that because this is tonight just trying to talk about creativity. Yeah, there's loads of things you can do. I have talked about this in the past, and I have done lots of videos on what I've crafted before and other people have got in crafting, and it's brought them up as well. And I've had messages off people in America as well, you are if you're watching, and it's helped them a lot because it does, when you're thinking about a lot of stuff going on, even if it's not this stuff going on, just stuff that's going on in your life. Red Pill Phil conspiracy. What's the conspiracy? You'll find conspiracies are real. Sometimes you need time out for yourself to put your mind on something else, because when you're creating, you just go in a different world of creativity and you're not thinking about the other things you might be thinking about. And even if that's just for half an hour, 10 minutes a day, a couple of hours, whatever it is, when you've got the time to do it. And don't give me an excuse you haven't got the time, because you have. Switch the devil's box off in the corner and get creating. I design old windows and refurbish old furniture. That's lovely, that is. I'd love to, I love all that, like refurbishing furniture. I think it's really cool. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm going to show you because I also think it can calm you. It relaxes you. Like I said, it takes your, it energizes the soul. We come from a creator, so it's good to create. That's part of that as well, I think, if you know what I mean. It can distract from other things that are going on in the world, and also through your art, say if you're painting or drawing or something like that, can sometimes come out stuff that, which we'll talk about in a minute, or you can get your feelings out through the work. Oh, my hair, yes, it's just on the natural again today, curly. It can get a lot of them feelings out, good or bad. Maybe you can't express to people, but it can come out through your artwork, which is, I'll talk about a bit of artwork in a minute. No, I'll talk about it now before I show you my stuff, because let's talk art. I'm sorry if any artists come on, but I'm telling you what is not art. I don't think this is art. I think it's disgusting. The woman who calls herself, and anyone else who does this as well, sick people. Is it the witch, what's she called? Oh God, someone help me out with this name. Abramovich, or what's she called? I did write a name down somewhere. Oh, what's her name? Let me see if I wrote the name down. Oh, something like Maria Abramovich or something. She's on YouTube. She's a celebrity, with all them celebrities, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, right name. She is not an artist. You go and look at her work. I went on her Instagram ages ago, thought, oh yeah, this is weird, because people have got this weird stuff out. Now I know what I know. It's like, no, it's not normal. It's not normal. And neither is the artwork Podesta's got in her house. You know what I'm all talking about. Yeah, she's stands for Baphomet, Satanism, all that. That artwork, if you've been seeing it, is disgusting. Disgusting. That is not art. That is paedophilia and ritual work. That's all I'm saying. Let's get off that subject. You know what I'm saying? All that sort of stuff is not art. I don't care what anyone says. You're all brainwashed if you think it is. It's absolutely disgusting. Oh, she's a high priestess. That's why, see, she's been bringing that out for people thinking, like you see these pieces of art, which I don't think are art, just someone could do it like, this is an unmade bed. You know how they get, this is an unmade bed. This is art. How much did everyone pay for that? I'll show you an unmade bed. I'll go in my son's room and show you an unmade bedroom that you can't be, bothered tidying up. Is that art? No, it's not. Yeah, her art and some others, pedestrian, all that, that is to try and for people to go, oh no, it's not what you think it is, it's art. No, no, it isn't. It's all to get that, what's it called? Normalisation to everybody. No, no, we're not standing for it. So anyway, when you want to get that sort of stuff out of your mind and the other things that are going on in the world right now, even though we've got to keep our eye on it, but some days you need a bit of rest, it's nice to create. So I've always been a creative person. My sister's always been creative. My mum's always been creative. My dad, who's normally on here, Waxman, but he probably doesn't know more now, that's why he's not on. He is at the minute painting in acrylics and he paints in wax as well, hence that's why he's called Waxman. That's a good thing, Jumping Bunny, a good thing. Hi, so the creativity things I like to do is, obviously you'll probably notice my nails. You know, that's a creative thing because I've been painting little roses and things on them today, which I'll show you some of my nail work because I'm going to show you all sorts of different bits that I've done in the past. So, nail art, this one here I painted. Now let's see if you can all see who this is. Who's this? This was a Christmas design. Obviously it's a Christmas design, but who is this that I hand painted on a nail? Who's this little green person? It's the Grinch. Yay! It's the Grinch. I thought it was quite good. It's a Grinch. Yay, it's a Grinch. Then I've got where I've been practicing these little what do you call it? I don't even know if you can see. There's a it's not very good. You can see it's because of the colour. It's little peach roses. But the camera's not brilliant, is it? Where are oh god. It's not focusing. Yeah, and I've got 3D nails where they're like orchids, as you can tell I love orchids. Orchids on these nails. And then this one I hand painted, which is obviously whatchamacallit, a palm tree on a beach with glittery sand. Yeah, so that's practicing these little funky sculptured flowers on nails. And these ones as well. Yeah. Then I was making loads of these and I did actually sell quite a couple. So I made some Dolly Daydream bags a while back. I've still got one with a heart on it. That was me when I had shorter curly hair. That's like a cartoon caricature thing, whatever. I made this. And I was selling little, I don't know what you call it, little notebooks that were handmade from scratch. These were all handmade by me. This is just one I had left. They're traveller's notebooks because you can actually they're on elastic, you can take them out and put new ones back in. So I might get around to making these again, and I've been making handmade stitched, oh, that's a pen, just little notebooks but with different papers in, you know, just plain ones. I did some really extravagant ones, but these were plain ones, little notebooks. Another book I've just found I've got because I sold the rest, I think, were like, they were a bit like this, but they had key rings down the side, and they had, some of them had like vintage buttons on the front of my nana's, and they were just big, just plain notebooks with, some had fancy paper in, some didn't, like this. And then I just found in here, in this little envelope, because I used to put things in envelopes, I have made some, in this paper there is a homemade tea bag, natural tea that I was making, and I think it was a chamomile one. So stuff like that I like to do as well. Then, because I get very bored, I started crocheting. I just see things on YouTube and I just do it, so there's no excuse, just watch a YouTube video and you can do it. I brought a crochet kit with different size needles in it, and it was cheap. And on the front is a sticker that I made ages ago, because I remember when I was making stickers and it was a little moon cat, a little one of my little characters I made. And I learned how to crochet flowers, and I made some, I call them earthing shoes. You put that on your toe and they go over your feet. It looks like you've got sandals on. They go up your ankles, you know, tie around your ankles. A bit bohemian, hippie. I don't know if you know what I mean, but yeah, they go down your feet like that. I was making them. Maybe I need to make some more of them. Hi. I also make jewellery now and again. These I've got on. I've made this necklace with copper findings. This is a genuine gemstone that I've twisted on as well. All these glass beads I've individually actually plaited onto this, and it connects at the front. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. So, some of my jewellery, I've made this, I've had this for a while actually. It was for those people who it looks a bit gothic-y sort of, with a moon on it. It's got, this is a gemstone. I made that. Just showing you some of my bits, because I've done a lot of different things. I'm going to make some more jewellery up again. This one, it's got amethyst on it, a little angel, a little star, amethyst stones. Someone on here did buy one of these ones. This was a long one, and it's got a heart and a moon on it and a star. Thank you. This one was like a skull set. Some people might be like, oh, skulls, but sometimes skulls mean, you know, rebirth and all that. And it had a little pair of skull earrings with it, with a little bit of blingy things on top. They were quite cute. Then I had these from last Halloween, obviously, was a little pumpkin and a little witch. And let me see if there's any more. These are very cute. Little, I've got some more, but I'm not going to go through it all. Yeah, I should. I just don't know how to set it up. I'm just useless. I used to put things on my Facebook page. These little fairies with dangles on. And these earrings I've got in, I did them in different colours. These have got pink on. But I did have different sets. You probably can't really tell. This one's orange. I had some blue and purple. But these were actually... the copper that's on them here and here, I actually hammered these out. These little bits that are on the bottom, connected all these together. And they're very pretty. Quite bohemian. Yes, I am. So I've done them. But, yeah, one of them sessions. Do you mean that thing where you're going... and all that? Oh no, is that talking quietly? I don't know. Yeah, anyway. But what I'd like to say is you can don't think you can't do something. If you see someone else do something and think, I would love to do that, you can do it. It's within you. And YouTube is a great place to just go and watch people. They have a lot of people showing you how to make things, whatever you're up to, whatever you want to do, I should say. And you can just, you've got to keep practicing, and, you know, don't just give up on the first, you know, whim, because at the end of the day, when you're a baby learns how to crawl, they keep crawling, then they get up to walk. Toddlers always fall down, they always get up, and then they can walk. They never give up, they just keep getting back up, don't they? They fall, they get up, they fall, they get up. So if you fall at the first hurdle just because something didn't go right, you have to keep trying, and then you'll get better at it. So don't give the excuse that you can't paint, you can't draw. You can. It's just when you don't do things for a long time, you lose them skills. Like, I haven't drawn for a little bit, so I feel a bit out again, but I want to start drawing up again. So I was drawing today because sometimes if, like, because I don't watch a lot of telly, if there's a bit of a quiet time, or say I was watching someone on YouTube and I just want to doodle a bit, I start drawing and then words start coming. So I was just drawing this this face today, and this was only a rubbish sketch, but I always have hearts in, and I've always drawn things with stars on, and then normally after I I always write something, and this says, your heart holds the power of love. Love is the key to humanity. That's just how I feel. But what the weirdest thing about all this drawing, I'm always drawing faces like this, is, I don't know if it was the end of last year, beginning of this year, all the stuff I found out now, the actual thing to all this nastiness to be good again is love. You'll only know what I'm going on about if you've been watching my videos. Also, I was going through my sketchbook and I was like, and this was a picture I did ages ago, which I'll go over that and make it better again because it was rough. And that says, love your feminine ladiness, love being a woman. You know that speech that I was doing a few days ago? There was a parrot that I drew ages ago. I've never drawn a parrot in my life, but I had to go at it because this was somebody's parrot that passed away, by the way. And I was like, it looks like a parrot. You know, you got to keep practicing, people. And it's nice and relaxing. It just clears your brain. It stops you from thinking too much because you're concentrating on what you're drawing. What else was to see? I was always drawing like things with hearts and stuff. I had, let me see what else was in here. I've misplaced some books as well. There was a little hedgehog I drew. A little hedgehog with a mushroom. A little hedgehog in a teacup. You see his little legs sticking out with a mushroom. I know that's very light. There was, I think I drew a dog as well somewhere. You've got to try and draw the things that you think you wouldn't be good at because you'd be surprised, like this little dog. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, Marilyn Monroe was my favourite. I mean, even though I think I know she was an MK Ultra sex kitten thing, whatever she was, makes me a bit sad, but this was just a thing I did. You know, it's not brilliant, but it was a wine glass with a little fairy, like a vintage fairy, but I was just seeing if I could draw a wine glass with wine in it. You've just got to keep messing about. And I was always drawing things like this, which this is just rough, but, you know, a girl with a bit of an afro, but it's like a heart afro, and she's got a heart around her neck, because I've just got a thing about that. Yeah, eyes and noses, funnily enough, you've just got to keep practicing, people, and you find your, like, your style. I had a go at this. I know it's not brilliant, but, you know, some are better than others. You just got to keep practicing. Let me see. But the one thing that did stand out was... this was trying with markers, like colouring in and stuff. Some people you've seen this because I did these ages ago when I used to do some art videos, which I can't do until I get a tripod back. This was just practicing drawing jellyfish. I've never drawn jellyfish in my life, but, you know, I don't know if you can see, it's very, very light jellyfish. It's just relaxing. And even if you get like a colouring book, then adult colouring books, they're relaxing as well. That was one I was finishing off, a bit of a witchy one. I like to face, because I normally go over, draw out in crayon, pencil crayon, and it's erasable, and then I go over in ink. But the weirdest one was, I was drawing at the beginning of the year quite a few things with this picture. And if you know what I follow, you'll know what this means. This was my take. It's not finished. It was just a rough thing of Alice in Wonderland at the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and I just put the cups flying and stuff like that. But I went out this weekend for a walk with my sister and a friend and the kids, and we came across these kids that were on a sort of school... not a school thing, you know, out of school club thing, summer thing. And they had to go around collecting these, it was just funny, Alice in Wonderland pictures. And they came over and said, would you like a cake? Because we've got loads. Would your kids like a cake? The little Alice in Wonderland buns. And I was like, oh my God, Alice in Wonderland. And I kept drawing things like Alice in Wonderland type. And now I think, is that my intuition? Like, I didn't know that before I found You Know Who Q. And Q always references Alice in Wonderland, so I just find it quite funny that that's what I was drawing just before I found out about all that sort of stuff, going down the rabbit hole and all that. Yeah, I love Q. Well, I'm a Qer. And I've also made bags with Q on. I painted a Q on it to walk down the street with. I don't know where my phone is. I actually got a marker yesterday in the back of my plastic phone carrier thing. I wrote "Who is Q" on the back of it. And my youngest came down and went, "You've drawn on your phone." I said, "It's not on my phone." Of course I know about Q. Go and check my videos out. Oh, yeah. So I'd just like to say, also, I believe, yeah, where we go, one we go on. I'll talk a little bit about it in a minute because I was talking about art, but I do believe someone said something about they've had the back operation or something, and they were a bit bored and wondering if they could do anything. I'd say try a bit of sketching, because at the end of the day, all you need is, I've just found this actually, so I'm quite excited to find a new one. We have a place in the UK called The Works, and it sells it sells books, a few kids' toys, craft stuff, and art stuff. So you can get these sketchbooks. This was £3. These sketchbooks are really good. And you can get them all in different sizes. And the thing is, all you need is a sketchbook. I got this big pencil case from there as well, but you don't need loads of pens. You just need a book, a pencil, an eraser, a sharpener, and that's all you need to get started. So it's not dear, you're not going to break the bank or anything. You can take it if you go somewhere. I've got a little one like this, so you can put it in your bag, and maybe if you went on a visit or on holiday, sometimes, if you sat in the sun or something, you could just sketch something out. It gets you practicing, and your kids as well. Yeah, get doodling again. Honestly, I've done it before and I got a load of people doodling. It's so hobbycraft. Yeah, we have a hobbycraft as well, but the works is right near me. Yeah, even if you've got 10 minutes in the day, or switch the telly off, guys. Just sit in silence. It's so nice. Get a brew, get a chocky bicky, sit with silence. It's nice to just sit in silence sometimes. Switch your brain off and just concentrate on either drawing something off Pinterest or in your house. It's just so you can practice. Or, even if it's a colouring book, those colouring books you can get, the adult ones, because you're concentrating on what you're doing, you're not really thinking about maybe some of the mad things you've been thinking about, or things that you're sort of winding yourself up with, because it is thought that affects you. It is, if you're always thinking about something, I don't really think like that. I'll think about something and then I'll sort of go off and do something, or take my mind to something more positive, because, yeah, art is therapy, because the more you think about something, at the end of the day, if something's happened, it's not going to take it away and make it any better. Just constant thinking about it. Most things always end up not as bad as you think, mostly. Even if it's something as small as you're going for a new job and you're worried about the interview, the more you worry, it's not going to do anything to help you. It's just going to make you more anxious. Just try and take your mind off it. I believe as well, because they say, sometimes you get a paper cut, don't you? It doesn't sting until you notice it, because you're thinking about it. So maybe if you're in pain with something, maybe just concentrating on something else, a bit of sketching or something, it might just sort of take it away, because you're not sort of focusing on it, if you know what I mean. I know what I mean. But don't have the excuse of, I can't do it, I can't draw, I haven't got time. You have got time. Switch the devil's box off, get a pencil and paper, and just let your imagination go. That's what I do. Yeah, I do come on Titans TV. I like to. I'll talk a bit about the videos and that I watch in a minute. But I just wanted to put this across about, it's a good way of taking your mind off things, because there's a lot of crap going on right now all over the globe. You know what I'm talking about. Even if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's still a lot of crap going on in the world, and it can just take you out of that zone for a bit. And you might have just find, I know someone who comes on here, or she did, I can't remember her name, sorry, but she does drawings where you just let yourself go and then you see a picture within it, and it's a bit like intuition, or you're bringing something out of you. And sometimes bringing that out of you, whatever it is, onto paper can set that free. If you've been angry about something or someone, maybe scribbling out paper. And don't forget, you're not selling it in an art gallery. It's just for you. It can be in a book. just for you. So if you do anything wrong, it doesn't matter. If you think it's a bit rubbish, you will get better and better the more that you do it. I don't know what's going on in chat at the minute, but yeah, it's just for you, and then you can see how better you're getting. And believe me, when I've not been sketching for a bit, it's not like I forget. I just have to get back on it again, and then I become a bit better again. But I'm going to challenge myself. I don't know when. I'm not giving you a time, but you see this canvas. I've got 4 of them. My dad got me, and I wanted to do some painting on them. But I've not rushed it at all because I didn't know what to put on them. So I'm going to do something spiritually, Lily. And I might try and recreate this thing that I've seen in my sketchbook. It's not brilliant because sometimes I just sketch things out and then I'll perfect it later. But it was something on the lines of, and this is one of them things with hearts again. I will jump in chat in a minute. Was this sort of thing, like a woman... hearts, she's blowing hearts. I did this ages ago, don't know what that was about, but I do know we need more of this in the world. So something like that on there. Don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, the only thing is I get a lot of Americans and it's a bit of an expense to America, but hopefully Trump will sort all that out with different things that he's doing in the end, and I might be able to, hi Sue, sort all that out. Sue's had some of my jewellery as well, actually. I think you had this one, Sue. I'm just saying, don't say you can't do it because anybody can, and that is one of the cheapest things to do. Just grab a pencil and some paper. Oh well. But yeah, it was just a little chat about that really, just saying I love orchids. They're my favourite flowers. I have got black orchids on my nails actually that it's like a nail sculpting thing. I don't know if you can see because this is it's not really focusing, but I'm just arty-farty. But yeah, it was just to say, give it a go, people. It will take your mind away for, like I said, even if it's just 10 minutes a day, half an hour, or maybe 1 or 2 times a week, maybe for a couple of hours when you've got some time away from the kids or they've gone to bed. Sometimes it's nice just to switch the telly off, people, and just sit and see what comes out. You just never know. Right, what's going on here? Jumping bunny, and who's getting offended by what? But I'd just like to say today I've been watching, who have I been watching today? I was watching Cardi B, not that I really know who she is, an MK Ultra Mind Control on a channel called Virillex, I think it is, VRILLEX. We all know about MK Ultra. If you don't, it might be quite interesting. Tarot cards are evil. No, they're not. I've got loads of them. Saying that, I've got loads of them, but I actually like the oracle cards. It's not evil, it's your intuition when you pull these cards out. It's you. You know, when I used to be into all the witchy stuff, but I mean, the light side of the occult, not the dark, because there is too, believe it or not, is people, I like crystals and stuff like that, but you've got to realise that the power is within you. Like, I've done a chat on this before. It's within you, and you don't even really need these, but it's good to translate. You can translate off your pictures, but you already know, if you know what I mean. But I must say, I do like the oracle cards more than the what they call the what did you just say, the tarot cards, because I never really liked the pictures that much, because if some of them are back when and anything to do with then maybe that's why I don't like the pictures. But I do like these sort of ones. Yeah, well, I watched that, and then I watched, this was good, Trump's final warning to the Illuminati dark forces. That was by a channel called Visual. That was so good. And then I watched I think it's Christopher, but his second name spelled K, whatever you call it, Ristofer, J Christopher, and some people might not get him. He does a lot of things on the shift, and I can't explain what he does, the I am stuff and all that, but he did a meditation guided by this man, which was hilarious, taking the joke out, taking a bit of the mick out of meditation. You have to go and see it, it's just quite funny. Then I watched, right, if anyone wants anything calming to watch, something relaxing, especially if you haven't got a garden of your own, I've said this before, I know people in the chat that have seen it, go and watch Beltane Cottage, Bealtaine Cottage. She's an Irish woman in Ireland, obviously, who has a beautiful permaculture garden, is it? Oh, she's just lovely. A garden. She walks through a garden all the time, and every day she has a dog and cats. Jack and my son was mentioned on it. Is it Beauty the cat and another one? And in all seasons, you watch a garden change. A garden's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I also watched Lionel Nation. Some people might not like him, but I do. And I watched the one today. You need to go and see the one today. Trump's agenda. The liquidate the Vatican assets. So yes, you're going down. Talking about that. That was a good one. I also watched. Well, I've never heard of this guy. I also watched Paul Harvey. Some of you may know of him. A Letter from God. Oh my God, that was so good. And If I Were the Devil, 1965, which is, I watched it by something called Think Big websites. You can just type in If I Were the Devil, 1965. Also, Cordacon did it as well. I think his voice over it. But if you want to know a few other things, go and watch that, because that's how he took over. That's how them entities took over. They were just good to watch today. That's what I was watching today. Yeah. So you were saying before, yes, I do jump into Titans TV now and again, because I do like, well, what people are talking about, because some things need to be talked about, and some people are trying to act like, I don't know. The only one thing that does do me head in with what I do see on certain channels like that is everyone's still fighting over black and white and religion, and wouldn't it be great if we just didn't have a religion? Because I believe in God, but I'm not religious, but everyone's fighting about the same thing. The slavery thing, for God's sake, we've all been enslaved, we're still enslaved now by the system. And if people actually knew the real history, they'd find out a few different things to what they think they know or have been told. But anyway, you know, some people just believe everything they read and everything they see on the TV. But it's not all true, people. You know? And I'm actually fed up with this. I actually saw a girl called, I think it was, I don't know what she's called, something Dove, and she's Irish, and she did a really funny video on hating to be white, sort of thing. It was just funny. She did it meaning to be funny, and it was quite funny, and I thought, yeah, I'm proud to be white. You're made to think that you shouldn't be proud to be white. It's pathetic. Everyone should be proud of what race they are. It's pathetic. Like we know, it's a world gone wrong at the minute anyway, you know, thought police and political correctness and all that crap. Well, yeah, you might have dropped in on a very interesting channel, because this is what I normally talk about, but sometimes you have to talk about other stuff, about bringing people up with positivity, and you can do that through your art, because a lot of stuff we found out about is not nice. I don't know if you've had any Q drops, if any Qers out there, because I've not looked today. Got to have a bit of time off sometimes. Yeah, and I've been watching a lot of Speaker's Corner, which I do like to watch, but it's getting on my nerves at the minute, because they're all like, yeah, we're drinking out the same cup, Sue, because they're all just arguing about the same bloody thing. And I tell you what I'd like to see down there, because, sorry, they're all going on about the issue with the paedophilia thing, and a certain ideology and the age of 9 and this, that, and the other. I tell you what, instead of the men arguing about it, why don't they ask the women? Why don't some women get down there of all different races, cultures and that, and let's ask, not the men, these sexual predators, not the men, let's ask the women, as women, girls, if we think it's okay at a certain age. Because I'm telling you now, No, it's not. It's all right, men stood there saying it's not. I mean, the ones who are saying it's not, that's good. And the ones that are thinking it is all right. No, how about getting the women down there? Why don't you ask the women? Don't ask the men, ask the women who it's happening to. Or the girls that it's happening to. Ask the women if you think it's. Ask us what age we think it's right when a woman is prepared to have sex. Hello? All I see is men down there talking to men, whatever they're going on about. I don't see any women. I see a couple. Ask the women. Ask us. Ask us. No, it isn't right. Just having a bit of a rant there. Because I was just watching it. I was watching one of them the other day, and I just thought, ask the women, people. Ugh. And breathe. Do you know what I mean? But I do enjoy watching what's going on down there and that, because I see some people coming out a bit more good, you know. I see some people a bit delusional and a bit, you can just tell they've been told a lot of things since they've been born. And the thing is, it's like, go and research for yourself, you know. It's all about love. Oh, here's my dad. Yeah, ask the babies. Exactly. Ask the babies. Ask the babies. Yeah, my dad's on. Because if you keep saying you've got a God and your God is the best, well, I'm telling you something. God is love. So if God is love, and I'm not religious, by the way, if God is love, he wouldn't do that sort of stuff. Okay? So if you're following a God that you call God, that harms people and kills people and rapes children and so on, you ain't following God. You're following something else. And if there's God, what's the other thing you could be following? Because that's how I see it. God is love at the end of the day. And that's why things are about to change, and things are changing. And that's why QZ and POTUS and a lot of other good people around the world coming together, because I'm going to go off on one now. I'm going to go off on one. You've set me off. I'm going to go off on one. It's a global thing. It's not just in America. It's not just in the UK. It's global. We all know. The world knows. The world's waking up. We see what's going on. You can't hide, people. We know what's going on. And now there's all different things changing now. People getting mad about this and that, about oof. Wait till it drops, people. Pitchforks will be out. But we, the good people, have had enough. So, yeah, it's global. Whether you think it's not, if you think it's not global and it's going global and these people have got found out and things are going to change, you've been living under a rock. And if you're one of these people who are bad, shit's going down, really. We are in interesting times. Like I said before, we are going into the age of Aquarius. That is the unveiling. So like I said the other day, whether you like it or not, get prepared, people, to hear some bad stuff. Really bad stuff. I'll tell you what, I just can't wait till Pope Francis. I could break my pen. Ooh. I can't wait for him to go down. I was just watching something about him, actually. Someone's just did something in his star sign thing. It was very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. If you don't believe in all that, I do. Yeah. Well, it's all these good people I can see coming together and in chat as well. We know, like I said before, if there's been time for evil, which there has been going on for a very long time, there's also a time for good, and that is what's coming. So in the sense of people saying God's coming back, he is coming back, because if God's within us all, because we come from one, we are all one, we are all connecting around the world, it's that God consciousness coming together. We're not putting up with it no more, because we are awakening. And that's why it's called the Great Awakening. It's global, people. It's not just in one country, it's everywhere. And they did put out a little bit on BBC Two about Q being a lie, but as we all know, because they lie, that means it's real, but we know he's real. Well, the group's real. Yeah, we are all here for a reason. There we go, Dad. 301 Catholic priests reported for child abuse in Pennsylvania alone in the last few days. Now, what you don't know is, behind the scenes, they've been arresting a lot of people. And I'm not saying, like I said the other day, all priests are evil. No, they're not. But them people have got in there. They took over. like Pope Francis. You only have to look at him to know you're evil. I saw the funniest picture today. I love it. I can't show you because I took a picture on it. It was Trump. I don't know when it was. People might have seen it. He went to see him, Pope Francis, and they were wearing black. And Melania had a black veil on at the Vatican, and whoever stood me. Trump is smiling like that, and the Pope's face was hilarious. He was like that. Because he knows his time's up. He knows what they've been doing or what's been going on is going to come out to the masses. A lot of us already know. But when it hits the masses, God help them. God help them. Because like I said, the thing is, it's to do with children. And if that don't wake anybody, like I said the other day, there's a load of other stuff, but if that doesn't wake you up and make you stand up to say enough is enough, I don't know what will. And if that doesn't wake you up and you're not bothered, there's something wrong with you. You either back for that team of evil or there's something seriously wrong with you. You don't need to have kids to want to protect them, right? Worldwide, we're not talking about kids in your own country, kids of one race. It's kids all over humanity, every single child on the planet, everybody. Yeah, well, see, I don't know. Yeah, this is what I mean. So this is why I'm saying all this stuff's very hard to take in sometimes, and the people that don't really know about it, who still haven't woke up, are just going to be abruptly woke up, and they're just going to be brain function, dysfunction. Will be there to help them, but that's why I'm saying with creativity and maybe drawing, poetry, anything that can take your mind somewhere else just for a little bit, because this is hard to deal with sometimes, and sometimes you need to just step out a little bit but come back in, if you know what I mean. It just can take you, even if it's 10 minutes a day, it can take you away from that stuff, because people can get depressed with it. My brain works different. I get upset with it, but I have to go and do something, or go and watch someone on YouTube who's uplifting, or listen to music. Sometimes I listen to it on here and I'll put the lyrics on and I'll sing away to myself because I'm not bothered, no one's listening. But just to bring me back up to a higher vibration, because they want you down at a lower vibration. You will be at a lower vibration if you stay in that vibration, because it is awful. And if I stayed in that lower vibration all the time, I'd be depressed and I'd just be crying every single day. I did have a good cry over it for about 2 weeks, but you've got to bring yourself up to a higher vibration, because we do vibrate on different vibrations. But yeah, that's why, as people know on here, there's a couple of people, Hayley and Sue, that know that for a long time I've been on here and I've always talked about positivity. And somebody showed me a picture today, Juice My Randomness, who has a good channel. I can't remember where he is, but he sent me a picture of him doing the positivity notes, and I was like, yay! And that is where you write a note of positivity, whatever you want on it, even if it's just smile, and you leave it somewhere for someone to find, because you never know who's having a bad day or thinking about horrible things, and it's just a boost. Just a little note like that can boost somebody up. So you can get your kids to draw pictures, you can do a little note on it, you can get your kids to hide them around the park like they do with the stones, or you can leave them on the bus. You sort of hide them, but so people can see them a little bit, and don't let them see you doing it, because, it's like a little secret thing. But I've done that. I need to do some more. That's what I used to do, and some other people have followed suit with that, and it's good. Yeah, it's positive notes. I think I called it positive message dropping. Because if more people were positive and did stuff like that and cared for more people and give out the love, because that's what it's all about, if the world was a loving place with everybody, we wouldn't have these problems, because love is the key. As corny as that sounds, but it is. It is. That's why they say the age of Aquarius is lifting the veil, and the spirit coming in with the physical, a place where you would feel everybody's hurt. So if you hurt someone, you would feel their hurt. So you would want to do that again, because you would feel the intense pain they were going through when you've done something to someone. That's why I always say it's not we have free will, but it's not free will to do everything as such as like kill somebody or whatever. It's don't do to others that you wouldn't do to yourself. So yeah, if you see someone without a smile, give them a smile. I told someone this the other day. Play the game, the smile game. When you walk down the street, everyone's a bit miserable these days. Just smile at them and just see if you get a smile back. You'll be surprised how many people actually smile back. But because if you're going towards them with a bit of a grumpy face, they're not going to smile at you, but just smile. If we were all like that, the world would be a better place. But these days, they don't want us having a laugh. They don't want us smiling. You can't say anything about anything else because it's hate speech, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whistle down the street. Yeah, people are freaked out by a smile these days. Like, what smiling at? And it doesn't mean you're trying to, what do you call it? Pick someone up, smiling at a guy or something. Just smiling, but you'd be surprised who smiles back. So you should play that game because it makes you laugh inside your head anyway, thinking, right, this person's walking down the street. Let's see if we can make them smile. If they don't smile, just smile anyway. And try the next person. But I bet there's more that smile than they don't. You'll be surprised, and it makes you feel good as well. And they'll feel good as well. Who wants to keep walking down the street and everyone you look at's just got a grumpy face, waiting for someone to smile? You do it first. Yeah, on your travels and errands, and that, just give a smile. Give a smile. See how many smiles you can get in a day, and then the next day see if you can get any more. Play it like a game. And get off your phones while you're in the street as well, people. Get off your phones. You don't need them. But, yeah, Dad, have we had any new Q drops for anything? I've just been doing a few bits today. Yeah, good deeds do matter. That's why these elites have they've broke down society for us. They just want everyone being miserable and not being kind to each other. That's what they don't like it. They don't like people loving each other. They don't like people being kind to each other. They just, like I said, you go and watch that video, because it was my dad who told me about that. If I Were the Devil, 1965. This will be 1965 by Paul Harvey. Go and watch that. Says it all. They don't want us having fun. They don't want us being positive. They don't want you smiling. They don't want you laughing. They don't want you being creative. Because I remember someone saying, oh, all this new age stuff that comes in. Got to be careful of that, you shouldn't do creative stuff and all that because it's what did somebody say? It was something stupid. And I thought, no, you do need a creative outlet. The creator was creative. So therefore you are creative. You were born in 62. The notes, just write anything. You can write a big note. You can write, you could just put smile. You could just put, I don't know what I used to put in them. I just used to write short little things. May your day be full of happiness. Just something that's just uplifting. It don't have to be anything mad. There was a woman as well. I can't remember what she was called. Such a beautiful woman. Well, she was pretty as well. In England, I can't remember what she was called. She was doing 1 million letters, like positive letters, and she mailed these letters to people. She didn't ask for money or anything, and she wrote a letter every day, or she was always writing letters of positivity, and if someone wrote to her, she'd write back. She said just to put it out there, because a letter, the smallest thing is a smile, or a letter, or a note, with something positive in it, could change somebody's day, could turn their life around. It might be a little thing, but sometimes it's the little things that count. And you don't know who's having a crap day, or it could have even been thinking about suicide or anything, because they think nobody cares, because that's what the elites want, nobody caring. The way they do all this stuff to rip families apart and all that, nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore, because a lot of people don't. You're greedy and you're going after the Joneses all the time. What the Joneses got, because you're too bothered about your materialistic world. Yeah, when you go, you can't take it with you, by the way. It's nice to have things if you work hard. If you work hard, you can have beautiful things, but you don't need to be chasing and chasing and chasing. Oh, look what they've got next door. Oh, I need it. Why do you need it? You don't need it. You just want it because you want to show off to your friends. Oh, look what I've got. I've got Gucci shoes or something. Who gives a toss? Because I tell you what, if that's right, what Kate Spade's bags were made out of, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, you wouldn't be saying that then, would you? No. Spending money you haven't got on things you don't need. Exactly. If you need something, that's different. And you can treat yourself. But some people are so up their own asses today with greediness of wanting the flashiest this, that, oh, that it doesn't work with me, does not bother me. You got a car that gets you to A to Z. You've got transport. You've got a roof over your head. High borderline me. That's good. You've got somewhere to sleep. You've got food in your belly. Something to drink. Good family. Good friends. Yeah, you can treat yourself now and again. It doesn't have to be mad, because once you chase money, you're always chasing it. And it is the root of all evil. Or it's what you do with money at the end of the day. Well, Kate, was it Kate? But yeah, Kate Spade, designer. I seen something the other day about, if you know about the red shoe thing, I don't know if it's true, but it wouldn't bloody surprise me. And then you'll be chucking your designer bags out then, won't you? You know what I mean? You're just paying lots and lots of money for something that was probably made cheaper anyway. And then, all that doesn't bother me. If someone stood there in head to toe bloody Versace or I don't know, whatever it is, I don't really care. I've got a friend who doesn't wear stuff like that, but designery stuff she likes. And I'm like, she goes, oh, look at this I've got. It doesn't bother me. You're not impressing me. Whatever. There's a difference between quality, things that are quality, and things that are made cheaply. And things that are made cheaply, you've got to be careful there as well. Have they got little kids making them for pittance? Do you know what I mean? It's hard these days because it's everywhere, but you know what I'm saying. Money changes people. It's the love of money that is the root of all evil. Yeah, because you can act, like I said the other day, if I was a millionaire or I had loads of money, I'd use that money to put to use to help others in different ways because I wouldn't need all that money. Yes, I might be able to have a nicer house and a few things I could have for making that money, but I think you've got to give back as well. Maybe that's why I come in here. Not that I'm, I don't know. I do this for free, people. And it's tiring sometimes. Yeah, you can. Well, I go to the charity shops sometimes, I do like a good charity shop for things that I brought in my house, hence this thing that's in front of me here, because I like the candles, and I've made candles before as well, this little star globe thing, so the candle light comes out, doesn't bother me, With all the clothes around the world that everyone chucks out or whatever, we could probably just recycle it instead of putting it landfills because we're all greedy and it's all about consuming food, clothes and everything. But that's also part of the agenda. We're all greedy buggers until you sort of realise and stop doing it. Yeah, child labour thing. See, you got to remember, there's a lot of people, because we're not all, when you wake up, but there's a lot of people that don't know. They don't know, so really it's not their fault, they're not told on it. If we were told a lot of stuff, we wouldn't do it. Oh, thank you. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that, I don't even want to go on about tonight, but you wouldn't believe it. And that's their way of going, well, you were doing it. And it's like, well, we didn't know certain foods and stuff, what we've been eating. But what I'm saying is, if you didn't know you were doing it, if you had the choice that you knew about it, you wouldn't do it. But we're not given the choice because it's hidden. So we become part of that. They could turn around and say, oh, well, you were doing it as well because you were doing this. Well, hello, I didn't know. You didn't know. We didn't know. The world didn't know. If we knew about it, we wouldn't be doing it. But they don't like to tell you the truth, do they? Yeah, they don't want us to think for ourselves. That's why they're hating what's going on now, because people have woken up, and that's what I said before. If most of us are knowing now, and a lot of people are waking up all the time, like I said, 5,000 plus to the Q thing every day, from the 380 million, and then who have they told, and then the 5,000 plus every day waking up, and then who have they told around the globe, is once you know something and seen it, and you know about numerology, the symbols they throw out there, each other signalling, this, that and the other, MSM is lying, this, that and the other, and who's who. Well, we know, don't we? So you can keep putting your crap out, but we'll just switch the telly off. You keep putting this out, but we know. So we don't want to buy your stuff. I mean, it's very hard because there's lots of different things out there, but you know, yeah, true. But there's good things going on, like I said before. You got to keep the positivity because as much as there's some crap going on and all that, good is coming, good is helping, and there's a lots of worldwide patriots that are on it, and that's why we're all connecting around the globe. And if you don't know, when you've been on YouTube lately, everyone's talking about the same thing. Unless you're a shill or a troll that's trying to put you off somewhere and not get the truth out. They're taking people off YouTube. The big ones will stay up there because they're probably getting paid, to put the crap out there anyway. So I'm trying to. Grandparents were rich, made their money and work, but were humble. That's what I mean. You can make your money, but be humble. I'm not saying it's wrong to not make money because, if you're a hard worker, then in return you should get paid for what you're doing, or that sort of thing. It's how some people use it, or these elites, they've got trillions and everything, but they use it to play us against each other. They don't use it for the good. They don't use it for the good. They're just greedy. They're obviously so bored with how much money they get. That's why they do the things they do. Cheerios Book of Numbers. According to MSM, is a cult. The only cult, according to MSN, Q is a cult. The only cult where no one has met the leader and he insists that you research and think for yourself. Exactly. They call him a cult, and I'd rather be in the cult of Q because, like my dad said, that's what the MSM are saying is a cult. The only cult who no one's met, but he's telling you how to research and think for yourself because you've not been thinking for yourself. Well, some people might be, but you know what I mean? The sheeple. I'm going to pull a card just for the sake of pulling one. I'm saving up for a tank. Yeah, I think I will as well. I'll save up for a jet. Yeah, Plan Save the World is brilliant. Were we ever to be freed is something that is said during the scene clips of JFK Jr. and Julian Assange on the documentary Q. Yeah, Q, the Plan to Save the World is brilliant, and he's got the Killing the Mockingbird as well. Yeah, Q, the Plan to Save the World is brilliant. I'm always telling everyone to go and watch that because you see it all there, how it's been planned out for years, but also how the plan of Q came into. And I've also done lots of videos on the JFK Jr. thing that until, he's alive, people, he is alive. Someone came on yesterday and went, oh, these dumb people. I thought, dumb people? Q's not real. Well, these people who say Q's not real are the ones that cannot be asked to go and research the Q drops and actually look at what he said in the past to what's happened now to what's going on. And then they proceeded to say, Trump doesn't even know about Q. Well, that's funny, because has anyone seen some of his rallies, which we all know he does, where he's gone like this? A Q. But then again, if you're not researching, you don't know, what's going on, do you, with POTUS, FLOTUS and everything else to do with the Q thing. Numbers are alive energy. We are all energy. We all come from the source. Creator is energy. We are all energy. We are all from one. We work off vibrations and energy, and that's why these new technologies and things, Tesla and Trump's uncle saw the files of Tesla when he died, and the FBI went in to get these to give them to him to see if he could see anything they could use. Trump's uncle, people. And Trump's uncle looks like Julian Assange. If I had my phone, I'd show you, but I don't know where it is. But yeah. Bonkers. Well, it's not bonkers. I think things happen for a reason. And it actually says, hang on a minute. Push your thumbs is. Oh, by the way, you've got to like, because that does the algorithm. I can't even say algorithms or whatever you call it. I can't even say it. Helps with people seeing. Now it says at the bottom of the map, Remember, nothing is random, everything has meaning, and everything does have meaning. Everything. It's a mad world we live in, this matrix place. Numbers mean things. Numerology, a lot of things been adding up to JFK Jr. I can do things sometimes, and I've done this. There is a book. I wanted to show you a book, people. I wanted to show you a book. If I can find it. Oh. Right, I'm just going to run upstairs because there is a book I'd like to show you as well as this one. Hang on. I went all the way upstairs and it was downstairs. I used to read things like, I think my dad said there's a book called Conversation with God, which is really good. The Source. People probably know about this, The Secret. Brilliant. This book, hi Nicholas, it's called Pam Grout. It's called E2. This book will prove with the way you think and stuff, how you can bring things to you through thought, how it all works with, I can't explain it, but you get like little experiments to do in it, and it works. Because if anyone's heard this before, hi. I did an experiment when I had like, it'll tell you how many hours you've got. I had like, a couple of days, I had like, I don't know if it was 48 hours, 72, whatever it was, where I had to think, I didn't know what the gift would be, but I had to believe I was getting a gift. I don't know what gift, but a gift was coming within this time frame. So it tells you how to do it and everything. It is through thought and believing. Putting stuff out there, you know. I can't explain what I mean, I know what I mean. But anyway, I did it. And it was coming up to a couple of hours worth. I started thinking, oh God, I don't see anything coming. But I thought, no, don't think that way. It is coming, believe it's coming. Next minute, my friend came round. She'd been to Liverpool. And I don't have to be massive, by the way. And her words were, oh, I just came round with this because I thought of you. I've just got you a little gift. And I went, what? What? She went, a little gift. All it was some hand cream, like this quite posh hand cream. But it's the way she said, and I've got you a gift. And I was like, oh my God. And she was like, what went? I was down to the last 2 hours, or it might have been an hour. And I said, I was thinking, you know, this time's up soon. Oh my God. Like, and you've just come round and gone, I brought you this gift out the blue. And I was like, wow. And I've done loads of them. This book is brilliant. This book will, just get it. This will give you something to do if you're thinking a bit unpositive. E2, I got it off eBay. Pam Grout E2. It's brilliant. It gives you these little, because that's how I believe anyway. Everything's energy. When you put energy into your thoughts, and you put them up there, into that spiritual place up there, they will come to you, as above, so below. That's how I see it. But it does work if you think that way. I will talk about that again. I'll do another chat on that. But anyway, and it proves it as well. Thought. You have to have a thought. If you're thinking about something you want to make or you're inventing something, you have to have that thought first before it comes into reality. So a thought will come into reality. And if you don't believe that, if anyone's heard of Dr. Emoto, no, I'm not from London. Water crystals. Basically, a lot of people have done this on YouTube. I did it in one of my videos ages ago. You can do it yourself. We used rice, so boil some white rice. A conversation with God, yeah, conversation with God is good. Yeah, Dr. Emoto was brilliant. So you can do this yourself. You can do it with kids in the holidays now. It's brilliant. So boil yourself cook yourself some white rice. Oh, should I be saying that? Is anyone offended? Bloody hell. Put it in the same amount into some little, thank you, little containers, but you can see the rice in it. So I had these little containers saying, put them in, write on one of them love, write on one of them hate. The other one you just leave blank because you're not even gonna speak to that one. What you do every day is, this sounds bonkers, but it's not. It works. Try it. Do it with your kids. So every morning or whenever you get up, you go to your little one that says love on it. You either say it out loud, you don't have to if you feel stupid. You can get your kids to say it. One could do the love, one could do the hate every morning. The other one you ignore. And just project a lot of love on it. Think it, say it, think it. For about 60 seconds. You're not there all day. Leave it. Bad one, I hate you. You could get really angry with the bad one. You could be like, oh God, I hate you, you're evil, you're disgusting, look at you, Obama, Hillary, ooh. You could just put all them horrible names on it, right? The one with no name on it, you just ignore. You will see the one with love, they'll start getting mouldy. Bet you any money the one with hate on it goes the mouldiest, because it does. The love one got a speck of mould in it, that was it. It stayed clear and white. The one you put all your negative energy on went mouldy. The one you just ignored, I think it stayed the same because that was just being ignored. It was just having nothing on it. Probably a bit the same as love. You could just do love and hate really. But that proves that your energy of your thoughts and feelings, when you're projecting that on something, that's what happens. So that's why when you're projecting negativity on someone, they're like, you've got them friends where you think, oh, I can't be around them. They're always negative all the time. They're always like, oh, God, they're draining me energy. I can't be around them. Don't be around them. If you're doing that to someone, that's what it does to someone. If you're projecting love and positivity, more people want to be around you, obviously, because you're vibrating and people can feel it and they want to be around you. So I don't know where I was going with that. Why did I start going off on that one? But you can do that experiment with your children because your children will find it amazing, and it doesn't take long for the rice to start going mouldy. But that experiment proves it right there. If you want proof, what you think is what you are. So get some positive vibes, vibing people, and pick yourself up and get vibrating in a higher vibration. That's what I'm saying. Yes, being loved, the project love and understanding to the people that she's Christ consciousness. Who, me? I'm something. Yeah, Christ consciousness is within, and God is love. Love is the key. So don't get me wrong, we all fall down and sometimes we can be a bit narky and a bit moody, but that's just part of life. Then you have to bring yourself up again. It's all about knowing that, seeing it, coming out of the dark and going back to the light. We can fall, but we've got to come back. We've always got to come back to love. Might sound corny, but that's what it is. That's why I don't get stressed a lot. I can be in situations where I don't have enough food in sometimes, like, oh my God, I have to make this, that, like, stress about this, that, and I'm not rich by any means or whatever, and I just deal with things in different ways, and that's how you've got to do it. Make things fun sometimes. Just have fun. I think that's another thing. One hope that's not sexist. Women can talk. Yeah, you can do it with plants. Yeah, well, saying that, see these orchids. That one went mad. I'm like, you can speak to your plants and say you love them and watch what happens. This one used to have smaller flowers on, but remember, people who've been watching me for a while, see? Love. That's why they say You can do it with a drink of water that you're drinking. You can project love onto, I know it sounds bonkers, your water that you're drinking. What did Bruce Lee say? Be like water or something or other. Water takes the form that it's in. I don't know if I'm going to get this right. If you can project positivity on water, like I've just shown you about the rice, because it works both ways. If we're made up of so much percentage of water in our body, what you think is what you are. You can project that in yourself. That's why I believe some people make themselves better from illnesses sometimes. You've got to believe it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh. Yeah, people write on the water bottles. I've done it before. Write love on it. Project love on it. Are you drinking it in? I know it sounds mad to some people, but it's true. You put it in a teapot, it becomes a teapot. Now water can flow. Yeah, it takes form of everything that it's in. So where we have a lot of, we're made up of a lot, mostly water or whatever it is. So if you can do that on rice and water itself, then you've got to think what it does to you. Yeah, Jesus says what your faith. Jesus says your faith is what heals you. Exactly. You've got to believe, people. That's another thing they've been trying to take away, is the belief you have in yourself. They're trying to get you to think differently. They've been taking the, like I said, the godness away from people, breaking them traditions down as well. Yeah, he wanted us to heal ourselves and believe we deserve to. Exactly. All the things that make us ill mostly are man-made, and what they've put there in water and food and this, that and the other, and pharmacy and stuff like that to make us ill. You think, oh, God is an evil person who does these things sometimes, and it's a cruel, cruel world. Actually, guess what, folks? A lot of it's been man-made. That's what they've been lying about as well. Like I say, they're always trying to get rid of what the people call, you have natural medicines and herbs, the doctors that are into, or what they called. A lot of them have died, or funny things have happened, because what is been given to us in the earth is what heals us. It's natural. It's from the earth. They don't like anything natural. They want a mind hive thinking, yeah, water only has a memory state when it becomes ice. That's why I did the water crystals. Rainforest. Really enjoying my peppers. Oh, I had tomatoes today at my garden. I had my little cherry tomatoes, they were gorgeous. Yeah, water is life. I think water is the Holy Grail. Not the Holy Grail, the Holy bloody fountain of youth that we're looking for. Pure water. Not the water they give us with fluoride in, people. Pure water. That's why I say I drink distilled. Oh yeah, water's nasty what they give us, but it was pure. Because even you can say like rainwater, you could drink the rainwater. Well, not really. What they've been putting in the skies, you can't. BBQing and listening. Thank you. Ooh, barbecues. Well, the weather in the UK has gone very cloudy again. It's been raining. We're just waiting for the sun to come back, because we did have a couple of weeks of sun. But I think it's coming back. I believe it's coming back. It is coming back. But my garden needed watering, so I'm not moaning. There's a positive side of it. Oh, it's raining. Well, my garden needed watering because it's been scorched a little bit. So I'm glad my flowers and my food that I'm trying to grow, testing for next year, are getting watered, basically. There's always a silver lining. It's the way you look at things. If you don't get a job that you're after, don't get upset. Just think, that job wasn't for me, and maybe there's better things waiting, because there always is. Because sometimes you might not get a job, but you might not realise if you had got that job, there'd be people there that you don't really get on with. Maybe the boss was a pain anyway, this, that, the other. They always say things happen for a reason. You didn't get that job. Don't look at the job. Don't look at it like you didn't get the job because you're not good enough. You are good enough. You probably didn't get that job because someone didn't want you to get that job, because there might be something within that job that you wouldn't have liked, or you would have been miserable there. Look at things in a different light, in a different way, and you'll feel happy about stuff. Yeah, you just need to have a good attitude and look at things different. maybe it wasn't right because there was reasons it wasn't right. Not because you're not good at your job, because maybe there was things within that job you wouldn't have liked anyway, and you would have ended up leaving or been very unhappy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I heard that about Egyptians drinking from copper. The Moscow Mule mugs. But yes, so your challenge is, people, to start thinking different. You must be shapeless, formless, like water. When you pour water in a cup, it becomes the cup. Yeah, when you pour water in a teapot, it becomes a teapot. Exactly. So I think you should get yourself a pencil, a rubber, a sharpener, and some paper. And I think you should start sketching, people. It's good for the soul and it gets things out of your system as well. But like I said, I just think it's funny that, where is it? That I've always been drawing pictures. I was drawing that one at the beginning of the year, whenever it was. Because it is a bit of Alice in Wonderland at the minute. Yeah, and it is Where We Go One Week Wall. I think there's a lot of booms coming. Mindfulness is good, Dolly. Of course it is. Start thinking outside the box, people. Or outside the box. Hi, I'm just going to go now. Start doing the challenge of when you walk down the street, smile at somebody. Even if it's one person, smile at somebody. See it as a game. See it as a game. They don't want you to be smiling at people, to be happy. So when you walk down the street or go shopping, just smile at someone. See how many people you can get smiling, because you'll start smiling at yourself, laughing inside, thinking this is funny, just to see who you can get smiling. Because then they might smile at someone and then that catches on. And do some positivity notes, even if it's just a little saying, a quote, favourite quotes, leave them dotted about in your, like when you go shopping, stick it between the milk or somewhere, just for someone to find. This is what we need more in the world, compassion and love and everything. It puts a smile on people's faces. Then people are going to know there's people out there who think nobody cares anymore. Like, some of us know that. But there are people that do. Just go and do something nice. You know, you haven't seen a friend for a while because you've been a bit stuck on things, you know, like this sort of stuff. Go and see him. Have an hour out and go and have a laugh with your friends. Good form of medicine, laughter, by the way, people. Alright, so I'm gonna go. Still got this cough thing going on, but I'm not letting it get to me. Oh yeah, I was sorry. I was gonna pull a card, weren't I? Well, I was gonna let one jump out, so let's see. It is a good thing to spread positivity. People need to see there's good people in the world and it's not all doom and gloom, because, my ones fell out. A clear endeavour. I've not looked at these for a bit. What does that one say? 39. 39. I'll read it out before I go. Something you truly desire requires a bigger commitment from you. This could be physical, emotional, or mental. Identify what your needs are at this time. Actually commit to this goal and I'm talking to you lot as well, by the way. Be willing to put in the time to make it become reality, which I was just talking about. Bringing something in to reality. See how the cards know? Because it's you that already knows. Commitment plus hard work will assist in bringing your goals to completion. Once you decide, give your best to everything that you do. It gives plenty of new opportunities for you to reach your goals in no time. Pay attention to the signs along the way as nature works to assist you. Well, don't I often talk about that? Isn't that what we were just sort of talking about? The cards do work because it's intuition. It works through you. You already know you're part of the source, people. You are energy. The cards are just there to sort of see the picture sort of thing, if you know what I'm sort of saying. I can't explain that properly, so yeah. Tarot cards, no, but I do like me, and just remember, people say tarot cards are evil and that. No, they're not. It's the person who's using it. But I do like these if anyone's interested. They are Nature's Whispers Oracle cards by Angelina Hartfield and Josephine Wall. These are beautiful pictures. And I would love one of these blown up massive on the wall, because just to show you a few of these pictures, they are just beautiful, spiritual artwork. Nothing evil about them. Beautiful. I know, I need to draw some. Draw a card, right? Because you've kept moaning. I think not moaning, but I think you've been asking. Okay. I'm only doing one, so I'll do it for Fox Acid, and then maybe I'll do it again for some others. I don't draw it. I just see what pops out. Normally jumps out, and then I'm going. No. I've got watercolours. I do watercolour paintings. I love watercolours. Oh yeah, I need to get back into it. You live in Edinburgh. No, I don't live in Edinburgh. Well, it's taken a long time to jump out, but come on. That didn't, that just... Oh, this one. Trust your own understanding. I'll read it. And then I'm going. 32. I should really look at the picture, because you see things in the pictures. 32. Yeah, good card. The information you are receiving is reliable. Receiving off who? Me. And accurate. Look deeply into the situation before making any commitments. You have the foresight and ability to discern that there is more here than meets the eye. Everything will be revealed. Well, we know that, don't we? In the appropriate time. Don't feel the need to prove yourself. Be patient and allow things to unfold as they will. Trust in your own observations and knowledge. They hold your truth. So there you go. But yeah, anyway, I'm off in a motor car, not really. Night, Dad. Because someone was asking where you was the other day. I'll have to get back on some Q stuff soon, because I don't know. Does anyone know if any Q drops have come today or anything? I've not really looked. I don't even know where my phone is. Oh, they have. Oh, I'll have to go on Naviganda then, because I've not looked. But thank you. But like I said, get on a different vibration. Try and change your mindset. I know it's hard for some people. Try and think of things. If something hasn't happened, it's because maybe that wasn't meant to happen for you. It wasn't the right path that you need to take right now. Been checking this queue out. Whoa, yeah, you need to get diving on the queue, and you'll see some things. You seem to be a very nice person. Glad I came. You're welcome. I am a nice person. I'm just normal. My dad's on Waxman. Big ones reference. Oh, yes, right. Just let me laugh, because I can never say this. Let's see if I can say it. Big ones referencing Guantanamo Bay. Have I said it right? Because I never say it right. And the military tribunals. Oh, we know who's going there, don't we? Obama, Hillary, and all the rest of you. Good that is. No, I need to say it like Yoda. What would he say? Good is that. Is good as that. Yep, some big arrests are coming soon. Can't wait. Yeah, Gitmo. I'll just say Gitmo. So have a great day, evening, night, whatever it is, barbecuing, whatever you're doing, and don't forget, smile at people. Get doing some sketching. If your partner's watching telly and you don't really like telly, do some sketching, see what comes out. Take your mind off a few things. And where we go one, we go all. And I'll see you soon. Bye.